Artificial sweeteners promise sweetness without the calories. They are everywhere. Diet sodas, sugar-free snacks, protein shakes, chewing gum, even products labeled healthy or light. The idea sounds perfect. Enjoy sweetness without guilt. But behind the glossy marketing and the big zero sugar labels hides a danger that few people talk about. Studies are beginning to show that artificial sweeteners don't just trick your taste buds, they may disrupt your metabolism, damage your gut, and even affect your brain and heart. Aspartame, sucralose, saccharin, names that sound harmless, even scientific, but are increasingly being linked to long-term health risks. What if the very product you chose to protect your health is silently undermining it? What if that daily diet soda or sugar-free gum is actually setting you up for bigger problems later? Today we're uncovering the dangers of artificial sweeteners, how they affect your body, and why avoiding them might be one of the smartest health decisions you'll ever make. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear may change how you see every sugar-free product forever. Welcome to Natural Health Secrets, the channel where we explore nature's tools to heal, energize, and protect your body, without the confusion of modern food marketing. Here we dig beneath the labels, the ads, and the promises to reveal what science really says. In today's video, we'll go deep into the hidden risks of artificial sweeteners. We'll examine how these sugar substitutes interact with your brain, metabolism, and gut microbiome, and we'll look at evidence connecting them to cardiovascular problems. We'll also talk about why children and pregnant women may be especially vulnerable. And don't worry, we'll finish by exploring safe, natural alternatives that truly support your health. If you're serious about making informed choices, subscribe now and turn on the notifications, because sometimes the truth behind what we eat is very different from what's on the label. Artificial sweeteners were marketed as miracle solutions, the sweetness of sugar without the calories. For decades, diet sodas and sugar-free products promised weight loss, better blood sugar control, and guilt-free indulgence. People believed that switching from regular soda to diet soda or replacing sugar in their coffee with a packet of artificial sweetener was a safe way to cut calories and protect their health. But research is telling a very different story. The problems begin with how these substances confuse your body. Sweet taste without calories creates a mismatch between what your tongue senses and what your gut expects. This confusion may increase cravings, leading people to eat more later. A study in the Yale Journal of Biology and Medicine found that people who consumed diet sodas were actually more likely to gain weight over time compared to those who didn't. Far from helping with weight management, sweeteners may sabotage it. It's like putting fake fuel into your car. Your engine senses something is wrong and begins to malfunction. Aspartame is one of the most widely used artificial sweeteners, found in thousands of products from diet sodas to sugar-free gums and flavored yogurts. Regulators like the FDA consider it safe within certain limits, but multiple studies raise concerns. When digested, aspartame breaks down into methanol, phenylalanine, and aspartic acid. In high amounts, these compounds can affect the nervous system. Research published in Nutritional Neuroscience linked high aspartame intake to headaches, mood swings, and even impaired memory. Another study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found associations between aspartame consumption and higher risk of depression. Imagine reaching for a sugar-free snack because you want to feel healthier, only to find yourself anxious, foggy, or irritable a few hours later. For sensitive individuals, even small amounts of aspartame can trigger noticeable symptoms. The controversy continues, but the message is clear. What we thought was a safe alternative may actually be interfering with brain chemistry. Sucralose, better known as Splenda, is another common sugar substitute that became a household name. Marketed as heat-stable and safe for baking, it was promoted as the perfect solution for families who wanted to cut sugar. But scientific evidence tells a more complicated story. A 2018 study in Cell Metabolism showed that artificial sweeteners, including sucralose, altered the composition of gut microbiota. Beneficial bacteria were reduced, while harmful imbalances grew stronger. Your gut is not just about digestion, it houses trillions of microbes that regulate immunity, metabolism, and even mood. When that ecosystem is disrupted, the effects ripple through the whole body. Ironically, sucralose was intended to help people with blood sugar control, yet evidence suggests it may actually worsen insulin resistance and metabolic problems for some. It's like bringing in a guest to clean your house, only to discover they're breaking things along the way. If this information is eye-opening, imagine the transformation when you begin replacing artificial sweeteners with natural solutions that actually nourish instead of confuse your body. If you'd like to explore natural remedies and safe alternatives in detail, I left a link in the description with trusted resources to help you take the next step. Awareness is the first step, but transformation happens when you act. Artificial sweeteners were once promoted as safe for people with diabetes and heart disease, but emerging evidence tells another story. A 2022 study published in the BMJ linked higher consumption of artificial sweeteners with increased cardiovascular disease risk, especially strokes. Researchers suspect that chronic use may promote low-grade inflammation and oxidative stress, two of the strongest drivers of heart problems. Another issue is metabolic confusion. When your body tastes sweet but receives no calories, it may stimulate hunger hormones like ghrelin, making you feel hungrier and pushing you to overeat later. Instead of protecting the heart and helping control blood sugar, long-term use may make these problems worse, especially for those who are already vulnerable. One of the most concerning aspects of artificial sweeteners is their effect on children and pregnant women. Children are especially vulnerable because their developing bodies and brains are more sensitive to chemical compounds. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition suggested that children who regularly consume artificially sweetened beverages may have a higher risk of obesity later in life. For pregnant women, some evidence links artificial sweetener intake with higher chances of metabolic disorders in their children. And yet, marketing often portrays these products as family-friendly and safe. The truth is that long-term studies in these groups are still limited, and the risks may only become clearer after decades of widespread use. Imagine a mother drinking diet soda thinking she's making a healthier choice, while research hints it could affect her child's future metabolism. So what can you use instead? Thankfully, nature provides sweet options that don't carry the same risks. Stevia, derived from a plant, has been shown to support blood sugar regulation and is considered safe in numerous studies. Monk fruit extract, used for centuries in Asia, offers natural sweetness without calories or harmful side effects. Raw honey and dates bring not only sweetness, but also antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals, though they should be enjoyed in moderation. Unlike artificial substitutes, these natural alternatives provide benefits beyond taste. They work with your body rather than against it, respecting its balance and supporting long-term health. Choosing them means you can enjoy sweetness while knowing you're also feeding your body real nourishment. Today we uncovered the dangers of artificial sweeteners, how aspartame may interfere with brain function, how sucralose can disrupt gut health, how sweeteners might increase the risks of heart disease and obesity, and how exposure in children and pregnancy raises serious questions. These products, marketed as solutions, may in fact be creating new problems. But here's the empowering truth. You have alternatives. By choosing natural sweeteners like stevia, monk fruit, or even small amounts of raw honey or dates, you can satisfy your sweet tooth while protecting your health. And here's the cliffhanger. While artificial sweeteners pose hidden risks, they are not the only silent threat in modern diets. There's another everyday ingredient, far more common, that has been aging your cells and draining your energy faster than you realize. In our next video, we'll reveal this overlooked danger and show you the natural ways to fight back. Don't miss it. Subscribe now to Natural Health Secrets and take control of your health one simple choice at a time.